Welcome back to Sawyerridgefarm. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Alex.
And today we're going to be in our in-ground garden. We're going to be tilling it up, and we're going to be putting down our weed barrier that we got. And actually, we kind of got sponsored by a company that gave us this weed barrier. It's actually growersolutions.com.
Yep.
We'll be showing you that weed barrier here in a minute, but right now it's kind of a 2-day thing. Today we're going to put fertilizer, just some rabbit manure, and we have some compost that was in our chicken run. We threw that on there, and I'm going to use this tiller and till it in, and then we're going to be getting our weed cover tomorrow, but y'all won't have to wait for that. But right now we're just going to get in there and till it in real quick, and we'll just show you doing that. Alright, so we just got done tilling. Wasn't too hard, just a little time consuming. And like we said, we threw out some compost and some rabbit manure on here. And we kind of wanted to give you a little bit of potato update. So we kind of almost had a disaster here. So what happened is that fencing, if you saw our previous video when we planted these, we put this fencing over the top just for the time being so the chickens wouldn't get at them. And let me tell y'all, it worked. They didn't touch them at all. But today we had to lift it up because we were tilling on the sides. We took it off, and then Alex had to run an errand, and then I had to go mow my dad's place real quick. And when we got back, the chickens came in and just tore up all this hay. And this is us fixing it. We just fixed everything. These potatoes were a lot taller than they were. I don't think they killed them or anything like that, but they definitely looked a lot better than what they do now. But those chickens, I mean, pretty much came right after this. You know, as soon as we lifted it up and we left for just a short period, they came in at no time. But if y'all need to cover up something, that fencing did work. When we had it on this whole entire time, and they never touched it until we took it off, and then we kind of, I guess in a sense, turned our backs on them, and they just came in and almost ravaged all the potatoes. So, but we think they're still good. I don't think they ripped them out or anything like that. So right now, like we said, got done tilling, and we're gonna kind of rake some of this where it's kind of flat, and then tomorrow we are gonna get that weed barrier that we got from growersolutions.com. And we'll talk more about them and the weed cover tomorrow, but you're only going to have to wait a few seconds, so you'll see us tomorrow. Alright, so it is the next day, and we are finally going to be putting our weed barrier down. Now y'all, we've had this for a while now, and it's just the weather's just been so weird here in Oklahoma. It's always wet and everything. We just haven't been able to put this down. We would have put it down a long time ago, but just given the weather and everything, and even right now we could probably wait, but we don't want to wait any longer than we have been. But like we said, we got this from growersolutions.com. They sponsored us with this, and we're going to try it out. We've never tried this before, but we've seen a lot of other homesteaders use this, talk highly about it, and so when we saw that, we wanted to try to give it a shot. So we're going to see how it works. We don't know how it works for our personal self, but we're pretty sure that it's going to work pretty good. And the funny thing is we have this roll, and it's not going to cover this whole garden, because when we talked to the people at Grower Solutions, I told them our garden wrong. I told them it was a little bit smaller than what it was, and I realized that, and we already had this. So when you see us do this, it's not going to fill the whole thing, but that's my mistake. I did my math wrong. But guys, if you were wanting some of this weed fabric here, Alex, zoom in right here. It's just called woven black ground cover. This is a 3-foot by 300-foot roll. And you can go on their website. We'll put their links down in the description. And they gave us a coupon code, 10% off of anything on their site. And they have everything pretty much that you want to do with gardening, growing. Any need you have, they pretty much have it. Now, they did say that the 10% doesn't go towards shade cloth. Don't know why, that's just what they told us. But anything else, greenhouses, anything on their site, 10% off. But we did talk to them just, I think it was yesterday, and they did say they are down for about 2 weeks right now, given just, what's happening in America right now. They wanted to keep their employees safe. So for right now, I don't think you can't really buy a whole lot from them for these next 2 weeks. But here soon, when the kind of 2 weeks is up, they're really going to try to ramp it back up and everything. So if you're trying to buy this stuff right now, maybe a little difficult. You might have to wait a little bit. But they are going to be coming back in full swing. But we just wanted to let you know so you're not confused when you go over there and try to get some stuff and you can't. 2 weeks and they should be back up and running. But go check them out, y'all. They just have everything. We'll probably be getting some more of this stuff because it's probably going to be amazing, and we're going to want more of it, and we'll put it all over the farm. But we're going to try this out right now. We're going to put it on the garden, and we'll kind of tell you a little bit of why we're doing what we're doing whenever we get done. But let's stop talking, and let's get this down on the ground.
This is when an old broom handle comes in handy.
Alright, so as you can see, we got 3 lines done. We're putting these the little staples in here. They're probably about 6 inches, and those are from Grower Solutions. And right now, we're just kind of staking enough where the wind's not going to take it off, because right now, if you can't tell, it's pretty windy out here. It always is in Oklahoma. So right now, we just have some in there to hold it, and then we're going to come back through, and we're going to put a crap ton of them more back in there. But one reason, what we're doing right now is we're spacing them out in between. You can see we did 3 inches in between these. And the reason for that is this is kind of where we're going to put our corn at. And we've kind of just been debating on how exactly we're going to use these, this weed barrier. Are we going to cut? I've seen people burn holes in them and stuff like that. And we're trying not to cut them up too much just this first year, because we just really want to see how they work and how, this method that we're doing right now, how's that work? I don't want to be cutting a bunch of holes in it and then I'm wanting to change stuff next year. I kind of just want to plant it this way because a lot of the stuff we're planting in this garden here is going to be more of a row garden, row crops, okra, stuff like that. We'll be putting tomatoes and some other stuff in here, but we're mainly just going to be trying this method right now so we don't have to cut into it as much. Now we are, for these ones right here for the corn, we're thinking of cutting maybe another 3-inch in the middle of these. So we're going to do, cut in the middle, going to be corn, and then a row corn, and then row corn. So we'll have, a good amount of rows of corn in here. And then from now on, these sheets right here will be considered for corn, and that's pretty much it. So every year, however long these last, these will be for corn, because that's what we're cutting them for, corn. And I don't want to do that to all of them because I don't know exactly how we're going to be planting everything this year and next year. So just kind of a little bit of reason why we're doing what we're doing. And but we're going to get back to doing this, getting it all done, and we'll show you the finished product.
Alright guys, I think we are finally done with what we had. We probably put 1,000,000 staples in this thing, it feels like, but
Pretty good amount.
We got all the fabric that we had laid out and stapled down as best we can right now. We still have some staples left over, so if we notice that the wind is trying to pick it up, which I doubt it, if it does, though, we can put more staples in if we need to.
And we did have just a little bit of extra with the roll. It didn't finish. It did a lot more than I thought. I don't know, my math is probably all messed up. But it did most of it. We had just a kind of a short one, and so we decided to leave that out. And we actually needed some for our trees. We had some other ones that we got somewhere else, and but we actually need some more to finish our trees. So the rest of it will probably go on the trees, and we'll probably, I know Alex already showed you that before.
Yep.
But guys, I think we're really gonna like this ground cover. Like we said, we've never used it before. We have seen it used. A lot of market gardeners and stuff like that have used this.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we explained very well in the beginning, but this is, like we said, a weed barrier. Water does get through. It's not like what you get at your big box stores, that kind of like see-through type weed barrier. This is really pretty good.
It's like a commercial grade.
Yeah.
So it's not like the cheap stuff that deteriorates in like a year's time, that's real thin, like fabric-y feeling. This is more of like a
kind of feels like a plastic tarp.
Yeah.
But it does let the water go through, but it just doesn't let the weeds come up. So your plants don't get harmed or anything. It gets everything it's going to need. It gets all the water because it's porous, I think is what you call it. I'm not sure, but it gets water to it.
Yeah.
It's not like, just a straight plastic. And again, we got this, it was given to us by growersolutions.com to test it out, see if it's good. And we're not going to lie, if it's not good, we will tell you, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty good because I see a lot of other homesteaders and farmers using this. So we're very excited to be working with Grower Solutions. And again, coupon code sawyerridgefarm.
Yeah, just be sure and type that in at the checkout. So
10% off. But just remember, they are down for 2 weeks right now, so you can't necessarily order a whole lot right now. But in 2 weeks, they said they're going to try to get up and going again. So just a reminder for that again.
Yeah.
But guys, if you have any questions about this stuff that we use, like we said, this is our first time, so we don't know a whole lot about it. But anything else, leave it down in the comments. Like, subscribe to us, and hit that bell for notifications, and you get to see our new videos as soon as they come out. And we're going to be showing you a lot of this other stuff in this garden. This is our first year doing the in-ground garden, as usual, if you're a first-time visitor over here at the channel. But we'll be taking you along this in-ground garden for the series, and y'all take care, and God bless.
See ya.